Hello and welcome back to The Advisor with Stacey Chillemi. Today I'm so excited because we have our very special guest with us. He is part of our podcast community. He has his own podcast, his own show on our channel. So check him out. His name is Hssan and he is amazing. He's an author as well. And today he's going to talk to you and tell you about an amazing adventure, a story about the book that he wrote. And it is a comic book, a children's book, and it has a great story. And I'm so excited that you're here today, Hssan, to share about the book and how you came up with this amazing idea. Before we begin, can you tell everybody a little about yourself?
My name is Hassan, known as Captain Garud in the social media. I lost 155 pounds without operation and achieved my first bodybuilding competition. The story in this book is based from my true life story, but I transfer it as imagination superhero story. Usually, the people don't understand how to be a hero, and this is only in the something in the myth, and no one can be a hero. When I used to be a child, I used to love the stories of Superman, Batman. I wish one day to be like that, but I know it was like any other kids, that's impossible. No
Yeah.
one can fly like that. But that's why I move on in the life. But I couldn't imagine that the God one day will show me the pathway and become a real superhero in front of everyone. The story started with a baker man. The bakery in Indonesia is something luxury. It's not something basic for everyone, or it's not accessible. Yani, uh, usually the bread in US is something basic, but in Indonesia, it's a luxury.
Mhm.
So after his duty finished, of course he cannot sell the bread for the next day, so mostly must find a solution. So he give it for orphan house. Orphan house, when they see the breads, especially stuffed with chocolate spread like that, it's like you give them a snack from New York, something yani amazing for them. Yani for they cannot. It's fancy, especially it's coming daily like that.
Yeah.
That's why it gives them a smile in their face because that's kind of taking care of the job. One day he's while he was hiking the mountain because Bandung city is a mountain city. There were an old lady. She was trying to reach her home, but so he helped her to reach there, up in the mountain, and later she gave him a necklace as a reward. The necklace for the Garuda. Garuda is a character in Indonesia. Usually they say now Garuda Pancasila means for the five principles in life.
Hmm.
Later, when he wore the necklace for the Garuda, there was like a storm, and then he got this, his physics becomes changed, and then he got wings to fly, and like in the photo behind me, and
Hmm.
then he became the Captain Garuda, and his news reached everywhere, like the Garuda Airlines, yani. Around the country, all his news around. And in the story, there was like a bad guy. The bad guy, his name is Nyargongo. Nyargongo is a name of lava in the Congo, but he decided to destroy the peace of Indonesia because he's a bad guy. He don't want
Yeah.
to see something good. So of course there was a battle between him and the hero, and that's battle in yani developed until it reached the sky and became lava until finally he beat the bad guy. And later he became the legend of Indonesia, the yani, Captain Garuda, and he became ready for any battle in the future. And at the end of the story, it shows you any good deed can make you a hero, just like him.
Right.
And I mentioned the story's name Hassan, the same. But the idea of the story, yani, like in my YouTube channel, when I talk about the heroes, there's so many heroes around the world. Not only the athletes, there are heroes who like Abraham Lincoln. For me, he's a
Hmm.
hero. Why? Because he was thinking, yeah, he could take other decisions, but he didn't think about that. He think about we don't have justice. We have half of the people in the United States own half of the people. This is not fair. We need to free the half of the people. And
Yes.
that's why he joined a war to free the people. he believed that the freedom is not يعني how يعني democracy and free country, there's no freedom. That's why he was thinking like that, and that's why he was one of the most يعني like presidents like يعني John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. يعني people love Abraham Lincoln more than George Washington. While I know George Washington is great, but people still love Abraham Lincoln. Not only that, it's worldwide, it's everywhere, everywhere heroes, but they take in different position. Even my wife, I believe she's a hero. Like for
Mhm.
every great man, great woman, she yani fight for me to keep going for my dream, to achieve it. That's why yani they are everywhere, but we don't realize that. Couldn't believe that. That's the main idea of the story. You can be your own, you can be a superhero, but uh, give the time until you realize that how to be a hero one day.
So is that basically what the main takeaway of what you're trying to teach people, the insight and the things that you want to really teach them is that anyone could be a hero?
Exactly. Yani just if you take care of your job, of what you love, and you do it by the right way, and never care about the others, you're gonna be a hero. Because in general, when we take care about job and we try to do it by the right way, we will find attack from people around us. They believe they are heroes. Believe they are community, but they are the bad guys because they are trying to stop something without any sense.
Wow. You know that there are so many people who want to write a children's book and and for you you were able to do it. You create a great story. And how did you come up with the characters? Because that sometimes is hard to do. Some people might just think about it in their head. They might use life experiences. They might use a little bit of both. How did you come up with your characters?
Yeah, the wings means for the freedom.
Okay.
Yani, when I was in obesity, plus I used to take too many medication, it make me a handicapped person. Handicap is, and I cannot walk, I cannot do anything. I feel like in jail. I yani, have no good health, nothing to do. But after I freed my body from the extra weight, this
Hmm.
additional weight, and finally I can walk and run marathons, that's for me is a freedom, like the wings. I mean, one of my ideas before to make for my t-shirts to write my heart wings to fly
Hmm.
because I believe that yani, my heart became strong and I finally I can do crazy things. I couldn't believe it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I do gymnastic like a Tarzan in the gym without t-shirts.
Hmm.
I know that's crazy, but I can live that. Yeah, like the
Yeah,
characters. In
right.
reality, I did it. That's why I love it. It's a freedom that I can finally يعني enjoy my health in live again to live my life again. That's for me the freedom.
I love
Because
that.
unfortunately, in the reality, most of the people they are locked with fake ideas, with fake things because bad people they are locking their brain with also fake ideas and they want to lock the others.
Yeah,
They don't want to think. This is the bad thing, Yani God gave us this mind to try to think, to find this is right or wrong,
right,
and to find a solution for every problem. Why did God create depression? For one thing, it's a fuel to fix our problem.
right.
The normal depression, when we have a problem and we don't have a solution right now, we mostly will get depressed. But later, we'll find a solution. When we find the solution, depression will go.
Right.
Human nature. It's not bad.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. Did you
Mm.
find any challenges while you were writing this book that you had to overcome?
A lot, a lot. Uh, the beginning, when I tried to create the story, I create the character first, but later decide how can I make the story, who's Captain Garuda. I tried to make it something related about the Indonesian war, but they said you will make a copy paste of Captain America. It's not good, so I delete the idea and I try again and again. And after one of my experience in 2023, that was in July. Before I start studying acting, I used to be a customer because at that time I was thirsty. I just need to drink water. I've been to Starbucks at that time. I asked them for a bottle of water and I paid the price. I did not get it for free. I just give him the money. I need water to drink. I have no place to drink. He said, "Why you buy water here? To drink? Yani for what?" The supervisor, to be honest with you, yani, I don't want to say bad word, but he wasn't a good guy. He's not respectable. Yani, he said a couple F words about me and he said, "Okay, this is the bill. I'm going to make complaint for your company. That's it. It's easy." And because he want to fix the problem and he want to clear himself, and this is the problem, yani, in our mind, when we make mistake, it's okay to fix it. It's okay to apologize, but we make it worse because we don't want to see that we made mistake. Like when the people who go to stock market, you make small mistake, okay, fix the deal, and later you can make money. No, I said want to stuck until the money gone. The
Right.
same thing. He said, this guy attacked this lady who she's working in the Starbucks, blah blah blah, and he made complaint to the police station. I couldn't believe, Yani. The police station, he said you did. While they did not check the camera. The police officer, he said you did. Everybody said you did. Until my brother came, and then they changed everything. Yani, let me honest with you, that the officer he was smart. He said, resign, don't ask. I will send him to psychiatric hospital and will finish his life. He
Mm.
said, we'll continue until the end. She said by her tongue, and she signed. She agreed. So what was the price? And they already know I don't have money. But when they continue like that, I realized they did not do that because money. They did that because yani hateful. Yani they believe yani attacking each other is something looks nice for them, make them comfortable. But the price was expensive. When my brother came,
Mm-hmm.
all the sinners change. Everything
Right.
they try to change, they want to fix it. The company, instead of fixing this problem, he said, we're gonna continue and gonna make more. Yani, why the company put yani, their nose in a situation like that? I cannot believe
Yeah.
that. Starbucks in Saudi, I couldn't believe that at the franchiser. So what's happened? I said, خلاص, I have to go. I have to continue, move on. After 1 month, I tried to ask my lawyer. He said, if 1 month you did not get any call from the public court, means you are free and you can take an action on the company because the company put their nose in this business in this thing, yani, this problem,
Wow.
yani. While they can take a better option, yani, they can talk nicely and finalize it if they want to help them. So I went to the company. I got my freedom. I'm gonna make complaint the company in the courts because plus I have my freedom. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take an action. So my lucky, the security manager he missed his flight and he came and he met me in the company and he didn't know about the story. Who told you we did that? The company said we opened the camera. Nobody opened the camera. I'm the authorized guy. Who opened it?
Mm-hmm.
Then he called the CEO and he took a couple actions and he fired this HR director. And she said, Who told you that? We was joking on you." Do you think this is a joke? I stayed 6 hours in the jail in a wheelchair. Do you think it's a joke? Do you think it's a joke? And even when I asked for the holy book just to read, while in the guy in front of me is Muslim, said not allowed. Not allowed to read the holy book? Why? You do that with a terrorist, and for me, no. Yeah, allowed
Wow.
for the terrorists to read Quran. For me, no. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Why all of these story? Yani, I told them I tried to talk with you in a comfort way. I tried to discuss. If you agree to fix it by the easy solution, it will never reach to this level. And unfortunately, it didn't go to the court because if this document went to the court, the public, the judge will request to close this company forever.
Wow.
That's because seriously, yani, you use the power as a businessman to do something illegal for something like that. It's really dangerous. That's why it's not easy.
Right.
Until now, they refused to say apologize. They refused.
That's terrible.
And I told them one day you're gonna pay the price. That's in August. And everybody now. Now, if you check Starbucks here in Saudi, I'm not sure about in US, but in Saudi, if you try to go there, you'll never like it. Yeah, and you could go to small cafeteria like a coffee shops, maybe much better to stay there because they're not friendly. They don't have a good coffee. They have bad service. Yeah, and even the bakery is really bad. I cannot believe they reached to that level. But because the dirty minds make that.
Right.
And even sometimes you don't understand why the bad guys do that, why they want to destroy the world.
Yeah.
The same thing, yani, or destroy the situation.
How do you feel, like, what are you hoping that the readers, like, what type of wisdom the readers will get when the children read this book? What kind of wisdom they'll get from this book?
They will understand that the life has a challenge. What I know, maybe while kids we will not face these challenges, and we will have a small challenges matching for our ab- ability. But later the challenges increase, like when they say Spider-Man, with great power, great responsibility.
Yes.
You will not receive the great power until you be ready for the great responsibility. Then you will get the great power. The same thing with Abraham Lincoln. When he decided to join the politics, they asked him, "What's your education?" He said, "Weak. I don't know." But later he decided, "No, I have a mistake. I need to fix it. I need to
Right.
learn. I need to study." Until he got the degree in law. That's why when he joined the politics and became president, he knew what he should do to do.
Right. That's wonderful. You know,
Yeah, I
I
know.
I was wondering also when was there anything that stood out when you were writing this book, that, like, anything that when you think back, like things that made a lasting impression when you were creating this book?
Uh, yeah, creating this book, I tried to make a copy from my story to how to rematch it for this story. And the last thing that before the story is done, I remember I used to have appointment in the hospital, but my lucky while I was driving, uh, I felt like a heart attack. I don't know how the heart attack started. That was in September. So that's I decide to keep driving, keep driving. I know the hospital is far away, but I should keep driving. Maybe I could die. I started thinking, should I go home or should I continue? Until finally I reached to the hospital. When I reached, they took me to the emergency room. They said his heart rate is reached over 200. He's gonna die.
Oh
And
wow.
but my lucky, I survived. To continue the story.
Wow. That's amazing. That, for sure, children who want to maybe one day write a children's book like you did, what advice would you give them?
For the kids to write a book.
Yeah. If they want to one day do what you did, what would you tell them if they wanted to one day write a book? What kind of advice or tips would you give them?
First, try to stay with yourself. Try to look at around you. If you have any problem, you try to think about it, and you want to could find a solution by mistake. Like when we walk in the streets and we have a problem and we don't know uh, how we can fix it, and something like a paper come to our face
Hmm.
and we try to check, and then we get an idea, like an idea with a full plan.
Yeah.
How an idea come with a full plan? Because it's coming like from the sky, like the messenger when they get the message immediately. This
Hmm.
has happened every day with everyone, almost every day. When we have a problem and then we get a solution immediately, and we take the steps one by one until we fix it.
Right. I was wondering also, where can people find your book?
They can find it in Amazon, Walmart, and many other websites in US. If you just try to check Captain Garuda Tell Bravery and a Big Heart, you can find all the websites which they sell this book.
Oh, that's wonderful. And
Yeah,
are you planning to make a new an next sequel in the future?
I'm planning to make another book in the future. It's called The Punch of Freedom. It's talk about an Indonesian with his father living in San Francisco. One day he decided to sell the workshop because he wanted to help his son to get married and to live with him there in Indonesia. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, because a scammer, he 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 had been jailed for debit, the father. So the son he decided how to help his fathers. So he found like a boxing competition after 6 months. So he worked hard every day, no any holidays or day off, because he wanted to win this challenge and
Yes.
close the debit for for his father.
Love
That's
it.
my second book.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So
Mm.
what we'll do is we'll put the link of where that people can find the book in the description so everybody has
Mm.
it. And you said we can find it on Amazon?
Mm. In Amazon, in Walmart, and many other stores online.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I've seen it in Barnes and Nobles already. I've actually
Yeah,
seen it. Yeah. So that's wonderful. Well, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your book and sharing, what, you've done to create the story and to put it on, to make it into a book and all the work that went into it and just creating the characters, people don't realize, but so much work goes into creating a book and even a children's book is a lot of work. And I commend you for doing that. And it's amazing because, stories like this kind of stick with you. My son is all grown up and he still loves to read, specific, superhero books, and I love the fact that it is a superhero book because it makes people, think about why it's so good to be good and why, anyone could be a hero. We all have that hero within, and it's just, really letting it out and letting it shine.
Uh, one thing I forgot to tell you about it. My son, until now, all the time said "Baba Hero, Baba Hero," and sometimes when he hear the Superman theme song, he say "Baba"
Mhm.
immediately without thinking. Because my son before he used to have cancer, and he, I was trying to survive to live for him and try to do all my best.
Mhm.
And finally, after I lost my weight and after he recovered, that was يعني, valuable for him. يعني, that's a real hero يعني, that he survived for his son يعني, to
Uh,
live for him. يعني.
I love that. I love that. That's beautiful. You've been through so much and you've overcome so much in life. I have to commend you, your own personal life and what you've gone through and how you've overcome a lot of things. And then you wrote this beautiful, children's book and about being a hero and, and then helping your child as they recovered from cancer. You truly are the hero to be in my eyes. You are a hero.
Makasi, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, this has been wonderful. I really look forward to talking to you soon, and I am going to make sure everyone knows about this children's book because it sounds great. I can't wait to read it myself. I'm really looking forward to it, and I thank you so much for coming on the show. You're wonderful.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Oh, you too.